All right, guys. So we are just going to start in a standing position. So from here, take your feet, sit them underneath your hips. And from here, we're going to work with the spine first. So I want you to tuck your chin in. And we'll just slowly roll down into the floor. So your arms become really floppy and heavy. Your head relaxes. And you come down as far as you can to the floor. Okay, from here, take your hands, and I want you to try and get them behind each ankle. All right, so we're swaying side to side, just loosening off through the lower back, around to the outside of our hips as well. Good, keep rolling with that. I'm just gonna let Becky in. Good, relaxing the head. Well done, guys. And then we're going to slowly roll back up. So I want you to sit into your heels, roll up the spine, and as you come up to the top, scoop the arms back, the palms open, and reach all the way up to the top of the shoulders. And from here, we're going to repeat. So we're going to tilt shoulders forwards, chin into chest, relax the arms, roll all the way down. And be conscious of how your feet are placed into the floor. Hold for a couple of seconds at the bottom. And then we're going to start to take that sway side to side, trying to get behind the ankle. Good, so just easing off side to side. Okay, come back into the middle and we're going to roll back up again. Slowly, slowly. And scoop the arms back, palms open, all the way up to the shoulders. Good, hold, and then we're going to repeat. So drive the arms forward, tuck the chin into chest, relax the arms, and roll down into your spine. So really allow the arms to become heavy. Coming down to the floor, relax the head. And then we'll take that sway side to side. Trying to get round by the ankles, relaxing the neck. So we should be looking between the knees. Excellent. So from here, just slowly roll back up again. Scooping the arms behind. Really reach as far behind as you can. Take a gaze up to the ceiling and bring the arms up above the shoulders. Good. So from here, we're going to take a big lunge backwards. Drop the knee to the floor, relax the foot behind. And we're just going to allow the hips to fold forward a little bit deeper into the floor. Take your gaze up. Good. Then from here, we're going to take the arms, the same arm as the front leg, and we're going to pop it down into the floor and open out. Okay, so looking in the same direction as your chest is facing. Okay, and then from here, we're just going to push back into the heel. Keep that arm up above the shoulder and into the floor. And then we're going to reach forward into the floor again. Good, to sit back. Separate the fingertips. Keeping the arm up. Really working through the lower back, mobilizing as much as you can. Excellent. Good work. And more here. So from here, we're going to tuck the back leg behind and extend the front leg to the side. Okay, so we have one out to the side, one tucked under. So from here, we're going to push off the floor, bring the arms forward, and we're going to look over the shoulder and come on down. Bring the toe up to face the ceiling, up, twist, and then scoot back down into the floor. Good, so as you bring the arms up, really push the hips forward, and then take a twist over the shoulder and come back down. So you're really getting into the front of the hips in. Easing into it. Well done. Good, and breathing out. Twist. Well done, guys. I'm going to do two more here. So trying to sit that hip down close to the floor as you come back into that straight leg position, toes up. One more. Reaching up, take a gaze over the shoulder and come back down. Good. So from here, we're going to take the lunge over onto the other leg. So other leg comes forward and we're going to reach up with the arms, take the gaze up to the ceiling and really allow the hips time to open up through the front. Good. And then from here, we're going to sink down, same arm, same front leg in front of the ankle. And then trying to place the palm down into the floor if you can. And then from here, we're going to push the heel into the floor and drive it forward. Good. So still trying to stack our knees in a straight line. Well done. Good. So peeling up those toes. That's it. And trying to ground the calf muscle here into the floor and bring forward. Good work. So just getting the hamstrings a little bit looser. One more here. And driving forward. Good. So now we're going to pivot round, take that front leg straight to the side and come in to our twist. So here, push up off the heel, take a gaze over the shoulder and come back up. Good. So plant that foot into the floor so we've got a nice straight line. Reach up, take a twist and sit back down into the heel. Good. Breathing out. Really bring those hips nice and far forward. Twist. Good job. And bring down. Breathing out, pushing hips all the way forward. Take a twist. Good work. And come back down. 2 more times. So reaching up. Opening out the chest. Take that twist. Get a little bit deeper. Last one. Take that twist. Good work. And come on down. So pop the straight leg behind. And from here, we're just going to come up onto our feet. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of low squat work. Okay. So here, we're just going to sit down nice and low into our squats. Okay. I want to draw back the shoulders. All right. And what we're going to start to do is move side to side, keeping as low as we can. So from here, we're going to take one leg out to the side. All right, and then we're going to move to the side, bring the other leg in, hold. Okay, relax the shoulders back and down, and we're going to do the same, the other side. So take a long leg, pivot over into the hip, and then bring the other leg to join into our squat. Okay, come over to the other side, nice straight leg. Transfer the weight. Then hook that foot in to join the other. Sit down nice and low. I know this isn't easy, but it's great to practice that low squat. So, other leg comes out. Transfer into the other hip. Bring the other foot in and hold that squat. Good job. We're going to go 2 more times. Straight leg out to the side. Transfer the weight over. Hook that other foot in. Hold. Well done. We're nearly there. Other leg goes out to the side. Full heel in. Transfer the weight. Pop that foot in. And hold. Good work. So from here, hold on to your ankles or your shins, and we're just going to push the hips up. Draw the chin in towards your knees. And from here, we're just going to have a little sway side to side. Good. And so from here, we're going to take our feet wider and we're going to come down into a crawl out. But I want you to connect the inside of your knees to the floor. Okay, so toes pointed out. As you crawl down, pop those knees in, come down to your forearms and lower yourselves down. Okay, so you're into this position where your feet kind of float. All right, and what we're just going to do is work through that movement. So we're going to push up the chest, place your feet down wide and push back. And then you're going to come back down, pop the knees in, forearms, chest, and then bring back up again. Okay, so you start to get into your flow, but we're gonna start to pedal the heels down, knees into the floor, allow your hips to slowly come down. Forehead taps the floor, breathe out, and push back up. Good, we'll do this 2 more times. Knees into the floor, lower yourself down, forehead taps, and then we're gonna drive up, pushing the heels down into the floor and extending the arm. Let's go 1 more. So knees come wide, dropping the hips down, tapping into the floor, coming up and pushing in. Good. So in this position here, just take your feet narrow and we're just going to pedal out the heels. Okay, and we're going to do a similar thing we did last week. We're just going to lower ourselves down, allow our feet to come up at 90 degrees. All right, and what we're going to do here is we're going to fold open. Okay, and then we're going to drive up into a tabletop. Okay, then we're going to fold down into front position and then unwind to the other side. Okay, so just find your flow. So chest in to the floor, hips into the floor, open out, get your heels into place, pushing the hips up, driving the arm up over the shoulder. Good. Now if you want to challenge here, try and minimize the amount of touches you use with your hands on the floor. Okay, so balancing the body, nice and slowly. So with this hand, we're going to drive right down into the mat. Forearms, open out into that tabletop. Good work. That's it. We're going to go 1 more on each side. And the heels in, driving up, opening out at the top. That's it. Hips into the floor. Rotate through the hips into the knees. And up to the top. Well done. Okay, coming into a position where we've got knee into the floor, slightly behind the ankle, we've got a knee into the floor. And I want you to pop your hands in front of the chest, and from here, we're just going to pivot and twist, look over the shoulders. So if you need to use your hands behind, go for it. But once you get used to that like balancing act with the body, try and test yourself without the hands behind the back. Weatherboarding, you might find yourself traveling. I'm getting closer to the screen. So if you need to shimmy back, do. Good. So heels in, pivot round. Good. Looking over the shoulder. Excellent. And we're just going to hold this one here, and we're going to take a little twist. So take your hand on the outside of the knee, push on the outside of the knee and take a little twist and hold. And ground the other hands, palm into the floor, open out your chest. Good. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to change the knees over. Let's get them nice and close to the body. Hand on top of the knee. It goes over the shoulder, and ground this hand, the palm into the floor, opening out the chest. Good work. And 3, 2, 1, and rest it there. Okay, so we're going to come on to all fours. We're going to just move our way up the body. So we're going to come into our cat-cow. So just taking your hands underneath the shoulders, relax the head, and so we're just going to round the upper back, separate the shoulder blades, reach up towards the ceiling, tuck the pelvis, push into your palms. And as you exhale, fold down, open out the chest, draw the belly button down into the floor, looking forward and opening out that spine. Exhale, we tuck the chin in, round the shoulders, the upper back, the lower back. Tuck the pelvis, separate your fingertips and get that grounding into the floor. And exhale, opening out, draw back the shoulders. Good. And looking forward. Exhale, draw the chin in, round the back, the mid back, the lower back. Push into the ground. Exhale, draw the chin round, face forward, shoulders back and down. Getting as much flexion and extension out of your spine. So just relax the spine a little bit here. And I want you to take a little gaze over each shoulder, trying to push the opposite shoulder up and over the wrist. So you get that little twist, side to side. And you often feel this on the outside of your hip. You might feel it on one side more than the other. And that's most probably the hip that gets used a lot more. It becomes a lot tighter over time. Good, so twisting side to side, good. Okay, so we're going to come into a little bit of shoulder blade movement and want to stay in this position. All we're doing is we're dropping the chest to the floor and then we're coming back up to neutral. Drop the chest down and we're coming back up to neutral. Okay, so you get that drop, so your shoulder blades, you have these little wings and then drive back up, okay? Down and hold and up. So you want to hold it for a couple of seconds, let your shoulder blades become winged at the top of the back and then neutral as you push up through the palm. Drop the chest down and push up to neutral. So now I want you to incorporate like a little bit backwards roll and push the chest forward. So only a small movement. So bring the shoulders up towards the ears, push them back into the ribs and drive your body back up. Okay, so we're getting that circular movement. It's so good for the rotator cuff muscles, this one. So draw into the ears, push back in towards your ribs and drive them forward. Good, 2 more times. Draw up with the shoulders, pushing back into the ribs and draw them up nice and strong. 1 more time. Forward, push them back and drive back up forward. Well done, good. Have a little sit back into a child pose. Just want you to gaze in between your thumbs and have a little bit of weight into the shoulders. Okay, and we're going to come into our back. So lower down, flat to the floor. Okay, and we're going to work with our back flexibility. So what I want you to do is place your forehead onto the mat, extend your arms. Okay, and from here, we're going to take the arms up, squeeze in, keeping your hands out wide, push all the way forward and back down. Okay, so the aim is to try and create a nice big space between the floor and your hands. Okay, and when you're ready, so arms in front, forehead on the floor, raise up the arms, try and keep the head down nearer to the floor as you can, squeeze up and come back down, reset. Drive the arms off the floor, squeeze the elbows in towards the rib cage, separate your fingertips, squeeze forward and come back down. Driving up. Elbows come into the ribs, hands out wide, above the head, and come back down. Coming back up. Squeeze the elbows all the way back and come back down. Good. Coming up to the top. Squeeze the elbows. Good. Skimming the floor. Challenged with the height. Squeeze into the ribs, up to the top, come back down. 2 more times, reaching up, squeeze, come back in and back down. Well done. One more here, reaching up, squeeze into the ribs, over and back down. Good work. So from here, just come back into a child pose. Separate the fingertips. Okay, so from here we're going to take position on the back and we're going to work still through the shoulders, okay, but you're going to be lying in this position on the floor, okay. So when I demonstrate this, I'll demonstrate on the floor as well. So you're going to be lying on your back and your aim is to try and rotate the arms and push the hands into the floor and back the other way, all right. So relaxed position lying, and you're going to just slowly rotate through the ankles, push the hands into the floor, and then come back the other way. Okay, so we're just solely rotating at the shoulders. You might feel a little bit clunkiness, and this probably tells you that your rotator cuff muscles might be a little bit tight, all right, or they might be a bit weak. So this is a great exercise to start to move those and get them activated to do their job properly. Good. So just pushing, actively push into the floor, a couple of seconds, and then the back of the hand push into the floor the other way, a couple of seconds. Good. Push into the floor, and then the other way. Well done. And so another way that you could do to progress this is if you were to lie on the side of a sofa or your bed and have your arm off the side so it has that little bit more movement. So really pushing in. Now as you push, try not to allow your back to come off the floor. Actively tuck your pelvis and push your belly button into the floor. So as you push the hands, you work your whole core as well, okay? No movement required. You just got that vacuum that helps the body lock down and push a little bit more. So we're going to go 2 more times on each. Squeeze behind, squeeze in front. Good. Well done. And just allow them to rest with palms up to the side. All right, so coming into a little bit of the core work. So what I want to do here is bring the heels in close to the hips. And we're going to slowly just move the spine up and extend the hips. So here I want you to tuck the pelvis first before we lift off anywhere. And then slowly just drive the hips up. And as you come down, roll through the spine. Okay, try to aim to get all of the vertebrae tapped into the floor, reset at the bottom, and we're going to go again. So tuck the pelvis, squeeze, lower up, drive up as one, and then slowly worm your way through the spine. Try not to hold your breath, so just try and relax your breath as much as you can. So tuck first at the lower part, and then you're going to drive the hips up, hold, and then just roll through the spine bit by bit. That's it, settling into your breathing. Okay, reset, tuck the pelvis, draw up off the floor, nice and high. And right from the top, so our thoracic region of our spine starts to move. Relaxing into your breathing. Now, probably the hardest bit is your lumbar region. So really making emphasis in tucking first, and then keep that tuck all the way up. And then at the bottom, you've just got to release that tuck to get into that last little push. We're going to go 2 more times. So tuck the pelvis, squeeze into the glutes, drive up as one, hold, and just roll through the spine. Slowly, 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 slowly. Good. All the way to the bottom. Push into the base of your spine. Open out. Go 1 more time. Tuck, squeeze. Drive up as one. Hold. Placement of the feet. And then start to roll through the vertebrae bit by bit. Slowly, 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 slowly. And open out. Well done. You're going to straighten one leg. Take one leg up above the hip, and from here I want you to just tap into the floor to the side and then take it over to the other side. Now if you want to bend your knee, because you might be restricted flexibility, do so with my guest. We're just opening and closing out through the hip. Good, and just holding for a couple of seconds, foot into floor. Try and ground the opposite shoulder into the floor. Arms want to be out wide to the side. Good, tapping down. Good work. And go 2 more this side. So whenever we do these sessions, it's always great practice to pick up any information the body might be telling us so that we can cut down some imbalances, changing legs, and correct some form. And move a little bit more. Get tap in. Well done. Good. So keep the arms pushing back into the floor. Relax the shoulders. Tap down. Good work. Okay, last 3. Good job. That's it. Driving the shoulders into the floor. 1 more here. Great job. So we're going to hug our knees in, and we're just going to allow ourselves to rock over the whole spine. Drive the knees into the chest. Keep that little tight ball. If you want to, you can start to open out the feet so they come over the head. You get a little bit more coverage of the whole spine. Okay. 1 more here. Come up and over and come into your seated position. Okay, so we're going to take the feet, a nice relaxed position, whether that's on your knees or cross them, and I want you to take one arm up and over the head, and from here we're going to start to open out through the chest and work through our breathing. So really inhale strong breaths, making your rib cage rise, and push out with a bit of power behind it. And sink into that stretch a little bit more. Inhale, rise and exhale. Good, 2 more times. I'm pushing the head back into the arm to develop that stretch a little bit more. Good work, and we're going to swap them over. So just pivot the arm back behind the head, hold on to the hand, drive it down to the shoulder, relax the shoulders, and take some nice deep breaths. Get that active breath in, energize the body for our days ahead. Get some movement through the upper body, and as you breathe in, try and push the head back into the arm a little bit more. And again, if you feel like one shoulder is a lot tighter, maybe doing this stretch a little bit more regularly throughout the day, overloading it more than the other side will help to balance out the flexibility. Good. And 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake off the arms. So we're going to place the soles of our feet together, coming as close as you can, and we're just going to rock side to side. Good, pushing the knees down into the floor. Good, and we're going to take into the middle, pop a hand to the side, and you're just going to slowly push the opposite knee down into the floor. Giving it a bit of time to lengthen. Just focus on your breathing. Okay, 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and change inside. So pop the hand inside of the knee, drive it down, lean towards the other side. And just tune into your breathing. Well done, and hold for 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And just come into a relaxed position, and we'll just move the head to finish off. So allowing the head to become really heavy, draw the chin into the chest, and then take your hands behind the head, just slowly load, not too much. And take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, open out your gaze, drop your arms behind and push your chest forward. So here, allow the elbows to become really heavy behind you. Good. 3, 2, 1, and release. And now just allow your head to just roll over both shoulders. So looking over the shoulder behind you, really pushing out your chin. A few cracks there. Nice. One more on each side. Looking over and moving. Excellent. Bring the feet in close to the body, hands over the top. Slowly straighten your legs. And we're going to come up to standing vertebrae by vertebrae. Scoop the arms behind the body, all the way up to the top. Tiptoes, hold, inhale. And as you exhale, fold down, bring back up to the top. Fold down, bring up to the top. One more time. Well done, guys. Awesome work this morning. Got a little bit of a sweat on then. Don't know if anybody else did. Did get the heart rate up. Warm muscles.
That was lovely.
Good to hear, good to hear. Can I do another? Thanks, Lauren. Good to hear, guys. Another little cheesy. This is a birthday. Sorry, Mum, you're going to hate me. Birthday morning class for Mum.
Happy birthday.
So let's have a little wave or a thumbs up. Nice one, guys. Mum, have a lovely day, and everyone else have a lovely day.
Thanks, Ellie.
So nice to see you. See you later. Bye.